What's up, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. Today's video is going to be a good one because I get a lot of questions about what I did to my bike. So I did cut the subframe. I cut it up, a brand new bike. Took an angle grinder and made 2 cuts. And then I installed the MK Design Shorty tail kit, and it looks great. I'll show you that at the very end of the video, but until we get there, what I'm going to do is some step-by-step on it, show you what comes with the kit, show you some tips on how to install this, and yes, you will actually get to see me chop up a brand new motorcycle. So that's exciting. So I actually posted some pictures out on Reddit, Facebook, and Instagram. And on Instagram, MK Designs actually liked my own photo. So I reached out to them in a message and told them how much I like their kit and how much it cleans up the rear. And then asked if they would like if I wanted to put a link on where you can purchase this in the video description. And of course they said yes, because it's free advertising for them. So heads up, I am not an affiliate of MK Design. I won't make anything off this purchase. If you decide to go to the link and purchase it, I don't make a single cent. So the only thing that I'll get in return is a little bit exposure through their traffic, because they said they will use the video to help on some of the installation process. So pretty exciting news considering I'm a relatively new YouTube channel. So hopefully that'll get a little more traffic coming through on my channel. So you know, kind of win-win situation. But I will put that link below. Oh wait, below. There we go. And you know, if you decide that this is something that you want to do, it certainly cleans up the rear of the bike. It gets rid of all the bulky fender. It gets rid of the DOT pleasing brake light and the turn signals or turn indicators, depending on what country you're watching this in. Which, by the way, like 50% of my audience is in India, so you know, I think y'all call them turn indicators like the British, I suppose. So, but without further ado, let's get on the video. I hope you enjoy it, and we'll have some footage at the end of what the bike looks like. So let me know in the comment section if this video was helpful. I'll try to do some more reviews on installs to help y'all out. Other than that, enjoy the video. Here's everything that was included in the MK Designs India. That's their full name. This is everything that just came out of the box. Everything was really well packaged. So this is what we're replacing, the very, very long subframe section right here. So looks like it's pretty well painted. No issues there. You got your tail light and turn signal kit. Again, there looks like we'll be doing some electrical work. So if you are not up to par on your electrical work, you may need to get some help getting this done. We've got some brackets and all the hardware. I know this is the license plate holder right here, and then some kind of other bracket. So let's start taking everything apart just so I can figure out where all this goes. So wish me luck. Alright, looking over on the motorcycle, I've already done a little bit of pre-measuring, using a little bit of tape, trying to determine where those cuts are going to go on the subframe. So I've already gone ahead and started to remove the fender that's under here. You can see I was doing some taping. So that is actually where my seat ends. So it actually ends right there on that line. So I was holding up the replacement subframe piece to figure out where it's roughly going to go. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably start putting some of this stuff together from the Shorty tail kit, because I got a feeling that hardware and that bracket needs to line up with this. So I'll play with that. That way I can kind of figure out where everything's going to go. But in order to remove your fender, it's very simple. You've got 2 very small screws that you'll just pop out here, and then under your fender, which is here, see if I can get that in shot. Those are just 2 8mm bolts. Alright, what I've done here is I've got everything mocked up to where I'm going to actually be making the cuts. You can see I got the seat just kind of propped up there to see where it's going to meet with the Shorty tail illuminator right there. So we're going to take the seat off. Kind of see how I've used the hardware to make sure everything is going to be lined up the way it's supposed to. And that's going to give me my lines where I plan to make the cuts. So now I'm going to get everything pulled off and start prepping it to cut the subframe. Alright, so had to take a break, so all the cutting is complete. I'm actually done cutting the subframe, and I actually just put the painter's tape on there because now I'm going to hit it with some duplicolor, and this is just some universal black that I'm hoping will match the rest of the bike. So I'm just going to run with this and see what it looks like. If it looks horrible, I will let you know, probably either in the comments or in the description, to pick another color if this does not do a good job. But all I'm doing now is just painting back over where I cut it so that we don't get any rust on the bike, and also it's going to help hide that cut line a little better because the actual where I cut, it's very shiny, so it's got the exposed steel. So I'm going to get that painted up real quick, and then I'll show you the Fender Eliminator kit and how I have it all put together as well. So bear with me while I get this painted up. Alright, I just want to go over how I set up the Fender Eliminator kit from MK Designs India. So unfortunately there are no instructions that come with the kit that or even a diagram that show how to put this together. So I watched their video on YouTube, and it's listed under their own name, MK Designs, and you can find them putting this together. And I tried to catch how they were assembling the pieces because I couldn't figure out which way it was supposed to be mounted. So if you look, you might be able to see it here. There's like a beveled edge right here, and I wasn't sure if that was supposed to be up or is it down. So I caught one picture and I paused it in the middle of their video, and from what I could see, it looked like the beveled edge is on the bottom. So that would be where, let me get it in frame, that would be where your license plate would go. So that's what I saw in their video, so that's how I went ahead and assembled it. Everything about it is very simple. You have your license plate bracket, and you can see my temporary tag that I still have because I'm still waiting on my tag to come in. So you can get a good look at my temporary tag. So the tag bracket, or your license plate bracket, just mounts right there. This is the bracket that will hold the stoplight with the integrated turn signals on the corners, which actually looks like this. I haven't quite looked at everything yet, but it would mount just like this. And then this is the bracket that actually attaches to the motorcycle. Once you cut your subframe, this is where your mounting points are at, right here. And this big hole has to be lined up so that your seat actually, this is the exact place where your seat would go down and latches into place. So you've got to make sure this bracket is correctly aligned, but a lot of that is how you do your cut as well. So you want to make sure your cuts are precisely where they need to be. Otherwise, this isn't going to do you any good because it's not going to line up with anything, and then you're not going to put your seat on. So I wish they had included some instructions to mainly give exactly where you're supposed to cut without having to mock everything up kind of the way I did. And I'm pretty happy with the cuts. I'm actually waiting on the paint to dry right now, so I thought I would just go into this real quick and show you what it looks like. So, and also just FYI, this is not steel. It's some kind of, I don't know what you would call it. It's not plastic, but I really don't know what it is. It's not metal, it's not plastic, but it's very sturdy, whatever it is. So just FYI on that, in case you were about to order this and you thought it was going to be steel. It is not. It doesn't necessarily need to be steel either, so it doesn't actually support any kind of rider weight. So if you look at the bike here, so everything is supported here anyway. You can see the bracing where it comes down right here in front of your shocks. So literally like no weight is going to be on this, so I don't expect to have any issues out of it. But yeah, I just want to go over how I set mine up because there really aren't a lot of videos on how to do this, and MK Designs does not explain any of this. You just have to watch their video, and hopefully you can pause it whenever you need it. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and continue back to work because I've got to figure out how to get this, the brake light and the turn signals wired up, so that way hopefully I can ride my motorcycle tomorrow. So. Okay, in figuring out the wiring for the tail light, luckily for me there is already another YouTuber that has figured that out. So here is your factory connector that we'll be plugging into. See if I can get that to focus a little bit right there, hopefully. So you've actually got 5 connectors in there, and each one does something special. So shout out to Mike Branch, there's his name. He has already figured that out for us. Hopefully he's correct, I'm going to take it as word for it. So he actually used a tester to figure out which each one went to. And if you look at the diagram, here is that layout. So I'll leave that for you so you can write that down. There you go. And if you look at that layout, there's your 5 connectors. So 3 pins up top, 2 at the bottom. And then if you look at it again, got some horrible lighting in here. Let's see. That's probably about the best shot I'm going to be able to get for you. For some reason this camera does not want to focus on those pins, but there are 3 up top, 2 at the bottom. So that is how we are going to wire this light to correspond. There are 5 wires in this light. There's no mystery wires or anything like that. So we are going to get those wires pinned up, and that way it'll plug right in. So here we go. Alright, here it is all finished up. Everything is installed. The brake light and turn signals, turn indicators, it's all one piece. Has been wired up. I did wire it up more or less temporary for now. The kit that they give, it does not work very well. It is a pin system, but the wires for this brake light right here are way too small to work with those pins. So I wired mine up temporarily just so I can ride, and then what I'll probably do is I'll just go back and solder those up, so that way get a much more permanent connection. I don't have to worry about losing a turn signal or a brake light while I'm out riding. But here it is. Here's actually the cut. This is where the piece actually goes in. Same thing on the other side. It's really dirty because I've been working all day on it. So these are the bolts that actually bolt from the fender eliminator to your actual frame. So everything does look pretty good, especially for what it is. It's a lot cheaper to do this than it is to take it to a fabricator and have them cut it and weld something in place. Though I'm sure that definitely would look a lot better. So it's already nighttime, but I'm gonna get everything buttoned back up, get my seat back on, and I guess the next time you'll see it, I'll take it out tomorrow and get some footage of it. So hopefully this helps. If you're thinking about doing this install, just make sure that you're prepared to do the cuts yourself. Otherwise, you may need to take it somewhere else. If you're not familiar with an angle grinder or don't have any experience doing something like that, I recommend taking it somewhere and having that done, just so you don't have a huge mess on your hands. Alright, that's all I got. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and then I suppose after this I'll probably edit in some B-roll from tomorrow's run. Alright, have a good one.